That's hard. What's up? What's up? What's up? I decided to stream for I don't know a few minutes. Probably not gonna be live uh, for for long. Just wanted to talk a bit. I just watched Top Gun Maverick for a second time, and I loved it. I really did. It's a really good movie. Um, Hi, hey, what's up, Max Turner? How you doing, mate? You alright? Maybe I should edit the title, and I could like talk about the movie because it has like a weird title. I don't know why I named it like that. Well, I do know why I named it like that because I'm gonna play some Ace Combat 7 because I bought a flight stick, Hota's flight stick. And I tried it out yesterday and today, and it's really cool, and I want to stream it. I bought it because I've always wanted one, but after watching Top Gun Maverick, it really made me want to play Ace Combat with a Hotas flight stick, or how they're called. So yeah, get prepared for that stream. It's incoming. Where are you at? Yeah, because I'm on stream, I don't want to disclose my location, but I'm outside somewhere. Not close to my home. Well, I mean, 10 minutes maybe, but I went with my board. I'm sitting on it right now. Yeah, I just went for a drive after the movie because I felt like it. After a movie, sometimes I get really philosophical and think about stuff. And I thought about stuff. I see it from your glasses. Oh yeah, right. Kinda do. But you probably still don't know where I am at, right? Didn't think about that. Well, I'm not gonna take them off because it's still gonna be hard to see the specific location, but yeah, I really like the movie. It's probably one of the near south. No, it's not there. And don't write anything else because I don't know. Want to know people to know where I live, so please don't make any more guesses. Appreciate that. But it's not there. So yeah, I want to talk a bit about the movie. It's probably one of the best legacy sequels ever made. With legacy sequel, I just mean like a sequel that's from a movie that was there before, but it's been a long time between the movies. We've had a few. We had, of course, Tron Legacy that has it in the name. I like that one a lot. Then we had Men in Black. What's it called again? Worldwide something. That one was apparently shit. Didn't watch it myself. Watched the first Men in Black movie. I like that one. I guess the Matrix Revelations, whatever it's called, that's also a legacy sequel. Didn't watch that one either. But yeah, throughout the years, there's been a few of those, and most of them have been a hit, a miss. Some of them have been a hit, like they hit it right in the park. I think Tron Legacy was one for me. The box office doesn't agree. wasn't that wasn't really that successful of a movie, sadly. But I do recommend Tron Legacy. It's really good, especially if you like sci-fi or really good looking movies. And the director, at least I think it was the director that directed Top Gun Maverick, also directed Tron Legacy. I think his name is Joseph Krasinski or something like that. And the man needs to do more. Like, he's like, those two movies, just visually, they're so well done. Like the cinematography of Tron Legacy and what's the name again? Top Gun Maverick is so good, and also like the storytelling, the environmental storytelling, the everything just comes together nicely. Maybe in Tron Legacy was a little bit more of a mess. Top Gun Maverick is a little bit more of a straight movie, which I think it should be. I don't think there should be a lot of drama, a lot of like crossing storylines and deep lore or whatever, and a lot of drama. There should be a little bit of drama. Top Gun needs drama, like with Iceman and Maverick, and in the new movie with Hangman and Rooster. It should be there, but not. It shouldn't be the entire movie. The most important thing is the action, the jets, seeing them, how they fly, and Tom Cruise. Thank you, because without him, this movie probably wouldn't have been made the way it was made. Almost everything that they could do practical, they did practical, and it just pays off so much. Like they put the actual actors in the jets. That's why it looks so good. But I don't think they fly them. They're just on the back seat, and a pilot is flying it in front of them. Like there's two seats, so they're behind them and just acting it out. But they are actually in the plane, which adds a lot to the scene. You can really see it on their faces. You can see it on the environment. It just looks realistic, especially in a day now where everything is fucking CGI and you can just tell. But they still release it because it has a deadline. And yeah, like like a lot of people like say, "Ooh, CGI is bad." CGI, in my opinion, is not bad if it's used correctly. If it's used correctly, but in most blockbuster movies, they just use CGI whenever, like, even if it's, it would be easier to make it practical than make it CGI just because of the sake of it. I don't know why, but if you use it correctly, it can look really beautifully if you mix practical effects and CGI. And in most, especially Marvel movies, they just, because I don't know, they don't have the time or sometimes a budget constraint. I mean, Marvel doesn't have a budget constraint, but still, like in CGI, sometimes they maybe don't give them as much money as they need or as much time, especially time. So some of the scenes just end up looking so fucking shitty, especially like if you compare the first Iron Man movie to the later like Avenger movies, when you see Tony Stark in his Iron Man suit, when he like doesn't have the helmet on, and then you look at the cutout of his neck and the suit, you can clearly see he isn't in that suit. They just placed his head in like CGI in there. And in the first movies, he actually wore the suit, and you can see the difference. And that's why I appreciate this movie still doing it, even if it's like such a big blockbuster movie. They still did it, and a part of that was Tom Cruise. Yeah, I may not agree with everything the man does. He has some weird things going on, but you can't deny he puts his money, his mouth, like he says something and he does it. Your tags are still Yakuza? Oh yeah, I think I did that like a year ago or maybe a few months. I put a ton of tags, and I don't know how it works. Like I think it saves it, and every time I go live, it stays there. So I don't have to do it every single time. But I don't know. I should probably switch it up. But I don't know. I don't remember how I did it, so I'm not gonna worry about that right now. But it was I talked about, yeah, about Tom Cruise. I appreciate so much. Like he has been in some bad movies, but almost every single movie he was in, he puts so much effort in. He does the stunts himself. He takes on kind of a director role sometimes. Like he's just not just in front of the camera. He's also behind the camera, producing it. Like seeing that it's gonna be a good movie, that people are gonna be entertained, which a movie should be about. Not political views, not the message, not some bullshit subverting your expectations, some, I don't know, grand plan for a sequel, this and that, what I do nowadays. Just entertain people. That's what it is. Entertainment. Yeah, I know, crazy. Entertainment is there to entertain people. And he understands that. That's his job. And that's what he does. He's one of the best that does it. And I just hope that this has been a wake-up call for Hollywood in general, that they can see how, like, this movie was really fucking successful. I think it has been out for less than a month, maybe, I don't know, 3 4 weeks. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it has been a month. And the box office is fucking, like, it's hitting the numbers, man. It's like at $500, $500. Yeah, right, $500,000. And it apparently I saw that the usually a movie goes up, right? The numbers, when at a certain period it goes down, but apparently the amount it went down isn't like it usually is. So it's looking like it's gonna be Tom Cruise's first $1 billion movie, which is really good. That is a movie like this, because other Hollywood producers, directors, just the Hollywood scene in general, people, audiences are gonna see that and say, we, we want that. But I think like 50% or more are gonna want that success and try to do it, but without putting the actual work in it. Just we were doing it, but it's still gonna be shitty. But some of them are gonna do it the right way, and hopefully we're gonna have more movies that have that kind of feeling behind of it, that people actually cared about it and did the scenes, and not behind the computer, like, oh, we're shooting it in a studio environment, the actors are not even gonna see each other, and we'll put it everything together as CGI, blah 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 blah. And as I said, CGI is good if used correctly. Sometimes it's actually better than practical, because some things are not possible with doing it practically. Some of the scenes are impossible to do, so sometimes you have to go with CGI. But yeah, I'm really really glad about this movie. I don't think it's a perfect movie. I don't think there is something that there is something called a perfect movie. Nothing is perfect. Everything has mistakes, but it's darn close to it. And it's really really cool that we have something like this in the year of 2022. This is, I always, when people talk about the year, it ages so bad immediately, because in 10 years it's already 2032. So me saying, oh, it's 2022 is saying nothing, basically, just for this year, and then it's already going to be outdated. But I still want to say the date, because this is what the date is. And yes. Oh man, maybe I'm going on in a bit on a tangent here, but I really liked it, and I hope Hollywood is taking notes and see what can be done if you're given the right tools, put in the effort. Like we've seen the same thing in games. Like Breath of the Wild came out and changed gaming in a way, a little bit. Like a lot of games since came out that you could directly point at it. Inspired by Breath of the Wild. And of course, Breath of the Wild was also inspired by a game, Shadow of the Colossus. But Breath of the Wild is the one that really, really had the most impact in the last few years. Like, because of Breath of the Wild, Elden Ring came out. One of the best games, in my opinion, in the last decade. And yeah, also Genshin Impact came out because of that, but forget about that. And a lot more games came out that you could feel the inspiration that they had from Breath of the Wild. So I really hope that Topgun Mavrick does the same thing that Breath of the Wild did for gaming, but for movies. I really hope it does. Because and in the like also the pandemic probably didn't help with that. That after the pandemic, most of the movies just went straight to streaming, and a lot of them had to be delayed. Probably a few canceled, and it changed the cinema for a short bit. But I think it's starting to change again, because the pandemic is starting to be kind of over in a way, hopefully. So, and especially with this movie coming out now, I hope it's changing, because movies in cinema, how it looked for the future was really, really grim. Because as I said, everything straight to streaming, Most movies that were watched by like cinemas were closed for a while, for a year or something. You just couldn't go, and then when you went, most of the people didn't go because they didn't want to get infected, and after a while people started going again. But when they went to the cinemas again, which movies did they go? Of course, the big blockbuster movies, especially the Marvel movies. So those were the only movies, almost the only movies that were successful. And then, oh, okay, then we're only gonna make those. And then there started to be like 10 superhero movies in a year, and so many shows, and then those shows were connected, those superhero shows were connected to those superhero movies, and everything was in a multiverse and this and that. And it's just they didn't think about cinema as an art form. They thought about it in a like everything is connected, everything is a universe, not individual pieces of art, of cinema, of just a project that people would watch, and then it's over, and people would go out and said, yeah, I experienced something. That didn't happen as much. Let me read chat again. What a fresh looking pristine channel we got here. Hey, I appreciate that comment. I really, really do. I gotta say, I like the look. Because of Topgun Mavrick, I have like a shirt on, and like a what is this called again? I forgot the name. And I have some jeans on. After a while, I never wear jeans, but this movie made me wear jeans. I went in kind of a cosplay. Stupid thing to say, but in one scene, one character is almost exactly dressed the same way as I am right now. I think, yeah, his name is Rooster. And also one thing that I'm really glad about, the actor that played Rooster, I forgot the actor's name, but he was also in Whiplash, and I really like that actor, and I hope this is his biggest movie yet, and he really pulled it off well. So I hope after this he gets a lot of roles. He really deserves it, like as a leading role in a movie. I think he will really deserve it. I hope this is his big break after this movie. But yeah, I already see a person coming towards me, and I think I don't really have much more to say. So I'm gonna end it here, and just somebody passed. Besides, so I don't want to make it even more awkward, but I don't have anything else to say for now. Anyways, but yeah, I really appreciate for everybody that came by and watched my little tangent here. And yeah, I hope what I said had some, I don't know, actual meaning. And I hope movies are gonna be the way they were sometime. But yeah, see you next time, and have a good one. Bye, guys.